Hello everyone, welcome to Urbanscape Bangalore, and in this episode we will look at a new ornamental sweet potato variety called the Pink Frost. This plant caught my fancy when I recently visited the NCS nursery in Lalbagh. If you want a great low maintenance summer foliage plant, then get this one today. They have tubers as their root system, just like all the other ornamental sweet potato varieties. They trail and even climb like this one here. They kind of go dormant during winters and flourish during the summer months. They are flowering perennial plants. The leaves of this sweet potato have intricate pink variegation, hence the name Pink Frost. The tubers are edible but not tasty. The seeds, they say, are toxic, so avoid eating any part of this plant anyway. So let's look at some of its growing conditions. Sunlight. This can take both partial and full sun but may not do so well indoors. An outdoor condition is what this plant likes. So balconies, patios and terraces are great. Partial sun is more preferred with bright sunlight conditions. Watering. This is quite drought tolerant compared to most of your other plants because of the succulent tubers, but don't push it. If it's too underwatered, the leaves do wilt. So keep a regular watering schedule for this, especially during the summer months, and reduce watering during winters. Soil media. So this can take a wide spectrum of soil media, but a well-draining mix with some amount of sand and compost will be great. So I'm growing this in this container, and since this will look a little empty, I'm also using this water bamboo as the centerpiece. So let's remove the plant and see the root system up close. You can see the prominent tubers here, and after adding the water bamboo, I'll also be adding this to the side. I will take you through the water bamboo plant process soon, and in that video, you can see the update of this arrangement. Container size. Since this has tubers, it is better you have a wide and deep container. Even if the plant is grown with vigorous plants, they still hold their ground without killing the so-called main plant. So this is also a great companion plant. Since the tubers duplicate underground, it is better if the container is wide. Growing this in the ground is even better if you want a great ground coverage. Fertilizer. This isn't very fertilizer hungry, just give it some compost or veggie waste during the summer months and that would do. Propagation. This plant can be grown using tubers if you get one, or it can easily be grown from a stem cutting. Take a stem cutting with at least 4 or 5 leaves, place the cutting in a well-draining potting mix with the last node covered within the soil. Keep it in an east location or indirect sunlight location and water every day. Give it some support if needed. In approximately 3 to 4 weeks, you will get a well-established plant. This can be propagated in water too. Pests and diseases. So this is where some of us struggle to grow this plant. This can be affected by whiteflies, mealies, and it is also a favorite of slugs and snails. I've grappled with holes in the leaves for a very long time, but of late I don't see holes in them. So not sure what really happened there. So for slugs and snails, don't keep the soil too wet. Let it dry between watering. For mealies and other pests, use neem oil pesticide regularly, especially under the leaves where they mostly seek shelter. Presentation. Now this is a one-sided trailing plant, so it won't really bush out if grown in a container like this one. But if grown in the ground, they can grow bushy due to their lateral growth. Grow this in window boxes, container arrangements like this, raised beds, etc. This is not a very good hanging basket plant due to its one-sided trailing nature. So now if you want some information on the chartreuse sweet potato vine, there is an old video that you can watch. But more or less, the care regimen is the same for all varieties of ornamental sweet potato vine. So with this, we have come to the end of yet another episode of Urbanscape Bangalore, and I really hope you've enjoyed this particular program. Additionally, you can follow me on Instagram and Facebook. The links are given below. And always remember, to grow slow is to grow well. Thank you for watching, and until we meet again, a very warm goodbye.